Hello everybody, this is Yoko Cinema Reactions, and this is going to be my review, I guess, for, let's see, what do I want to review next? I just got a Demon Slayer episode up. Naruto, I guess? Naruto episode 38? Anyway, they're about to let them know that essentially they have a little tournament style to try and weed out some of the contestants because a lot more survived than they had thought would survive. And yes, I know there's still a lot of stuff in my room, but I cannot really do anything about most of the stuff in here. That stuff back there and those milk crate looking things, that stuff over there by my bookcase on the other side of my bed, can't do anything about. We have no other room to put it. That is stuff from our cabinets in our kitchen, and I've said in a previous episode that we were going to be doing remodeling in our kitchen. So my mom went on ahead and took everything out that, we didn't technically need in the like, essentially, all that she left in there was the plates, our bowls, stuff that we actually use on a daily basis. And everything else is in those containers. So that's where that stuff is sitting. I'd sit it in the back room where we have the rest of our storage at the moment, but we can't. I tried to ask my mom, is there room in there to put that stuff? She said nope. Because I'm sure if there was, we would have put it in there from the start. So yeah, those of you telling me to clean up my room, this is probably about as clean as it's going to get at the moment, to be completely honest with you. Because I've got a TV in here that I have no place to put, because I originally thought I was going to, take the top part of this thing off, essentially the top part of this desk off, and put it on here, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks a little too big for that. And I can't put it over here on this little table beside my desk because that's where the other stuff is sitting, like my lamp for my light, the phone jack, the router, my switch dock, so I can't really put it there. And, so yeah, I don't really have a place to put it right now, so it's just sitting in its box right there, in that green thing. So, yeah. So yeah, those of you wanting me to clean it up, this is about as clean as I'm going to be able to get it, essentially, I think. Yeah, this is about as clean as I'm going to get it, at least from what you guys can see. So, yeah. This is all I can do at the moment, so I apologize, but this stuff is still going to be sitting here until we get the kitchen done. And it's probably not going to happen until sometime next year after we get our tax money. So, while we wait on that, I just gotta deal with it, essentially. Anyway, Naruto episode 38. Like I said, they have to weed out some of the contestants because a lot more survived the last trial than they expected. So, they're gonna have to do it, like, right after they just barely got out. Don't they even get, like, any injuries checked out? Or anything? Before this? Don't you want the fighters to be at their full strength? Because, for example, the strongest fighter could be on their last leg, and they'd get booted from the tournament. Or from the exams because of this. That's not fair. Now, granted, the strongest in that room is probably, out of the contestants, is probably Garda. But, yeah. Seriously. They had to let them have a break, get some rest, let their injuries recover, train maybe. But no, that won't happen until the actual finale, once they've weeded everybody out. And while this is going on, that mark on Sasuke's neck is messing up with him again, and Sakura notices this and tries to get him to bow out of the exams because she doesn't want anything, else to happen to him. And I can completely understand her reasoning on this, because we don't know what else that mark could do to him. It could be killing him from the inside out for all we know. And he shouldn't be fighting because of this. And even some of the proctors, like Anko for example, is really wanting to pull him out of the tournament as well and lock him in a room and watch him. Because she knows better than probably anybody else besides Orochimaru himself what that mark could do. Because she's got one as well, because Orochimaru gave her one. So, yeah, she knows better than anybody else what that could possibly do. Or the potential that it could have to do. And the Hokage decides, no, we're not going to pull him out of the tournament, because if we try to, Orochimaru could make good on his threat to attack the village. And we don't need that, essentially. Because we've already got enough going on, we don't need another invade of the village, essentially. So they're just going to play by his rules at the moment and keep him in the tournament. But if that mark starts to go out of control, they are going to pull him from it and steal it, essentially. So Kabuto actually leaves the tournament because he claims he got more injured than he was letting on when that sound ninja attacked him way back when. Whether that's the case or not remains to be seen, because we know at this point that he's a spy for Orochimaru, and he's more than likely leaving because, I guess, to keep an eye on things from a distance for Orochimaru, I guess. I don't know what he's got planned. But he leaves, and now there's an even number of people. As for Sasuke, despite Sakura's pleas for him to please drop out of the exams at this point, he refuses because he has to see how he stacks up against the strongest in this room, essentially, to see if he's gotten any better and whether he could possibly stand a chance against his brother when it comes time to do the whole avenging thing. Because that's essentially his endgame, is to avenge what happened to his family and his clan. And I think we've already seen it in a flashback. If we haven't, let me know, but I think we've seen in a flashback that his brother was responsible for that. Was responsible. But obviously there's going to be more to that than meets the eye, but that's a lot later. That's like in Shippuden. So, the tournament, I guess you could call it a tournament. The elimination rounds have started. And first up, one of Kabuto's men versus Sasuke. And Sasuke thinks that, I'll be fine as long as I don't use my chakra, because his chakra seems to be agitating the mark. Oh no. No, even without using his chakra, it's still bothering him as he goes through the fight. And he's essentially losing in this fight by the end of the episode. As for whether he makes it to the next round, which we will see, that will be next episode to pop up. But Kakashi did warn him before the fight started that if it does start acting up, he will have to pull him out and seal it. I don't know whether Sasuke likes that idea or not, but that's the break. Them's the breaks, essentially, at this point. That's what he's got to deal with. If I miss anything, let me know. If I'm wrong on something, let me know. Just don't spoil anything for future events, because chances are I'll either know what you're talking about, or I won't. It just depends. Anyway, I will see everybody next time.